How's it going, everybody? It's Word here with another video, and I'm actually moving away from the Catalyst Army today because I've got Fireball Rocketloons again with Druids, alright? We all kind of went away from this, all of the Fireball Rocketloons user, because it took up too many balloon spaces, and you kind of need rocket balloons to set up a flame flinger. But you'll see, I still managed to have 16 in the army instead of 14, kind of, which is what I used to have. And I feel like that's a decent number. I usually play with 18 instead of 20, which like Dark and other YouTubers use. So 16 is not that far off, and the two Druids provide amazing value for the Queen. And you'll see, today I went 309. Really good day. I had one fail, but I 3-starred Nigerian Prince with his Destro. Dark, which is obviously Igor. Votin, who's like been #1, been a win trader maybe, but hit some really good guys, and I had some good defenses. Kazuma 1-starred me today. He actually, funny enough, 3-starred me yesterday with the same army. Really interesting. Actually, I'll just show you really quickly because it was just that interesting. 35 Rocketloons. He goes with a huge World Champion charge after setting up a Sui Fireball, and then has this kind of Minion Prince Meteor Staff the rest of the base with a classic King Siege Barracks with furnaces like you'd use in Dragons. Really interesting. But anyway, to my attack, we did really well with this. Really hope you guys can learn something. Plus 55 is amazing. And we're getting closer to reset #3 in Canada right now. To actually tied with Ricky, #2 in Canada technically. And I think we're just past the top 100. Where are we? Yeah, 150. And there's, 3 hours left and I'm all squared up. So I should be resetting really, really high today, well in the top 100. And yeah, did really well with this army. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and just the really satisfying army to watch in action. And thank you so much for the support as well. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to do so. We've been popping off recently. This channel is about to boom, guys. So really hope you enjoy, and yeah. All right, first attack of the day, and we really got to lock in on keeping my Warden alive. So just checking out some Flame Flinger value potentials, and the top side gets a Gear Tower and Wizard Tower. I can get a multi-arch tower. Okay, I'll go for the multi-arch tower and ricochet cannon that I see down here. So I'll go for that. As far as the fireball goes, maybe that wizard tower isn't so bad. The core is nothing special on this base. So yeah, let me do that right there. Just setting up this. Gonna go in for a nice flame flinger right there. Warden's gonna go down, fireball right away, get the crusher mortar out. Okay, didn't get the crusher mortar out, but regardless, shouldn't be a big problem. And I do want to go left, actually, because then I can be behind this fire spitter and away from the clan castle too, which is really nice. But yeah, just a simple fireball. There's not anything crazy on this base. There might have been a better one around, but I think this will work for me. And even though I didn't get the crusher mortar, like, it's a really easy walk right here. So getting the queen's also nice. Heroes are, pretty dangerous, so that's always nice. I apologize, though, if it is echoing right now. I am in a room. My roommate's sleeping. He's pretty sick, so I'm just, letting him use the room. And I'm in our little closet here in the dorm. It's where we got our freezer room, so it is a little echoey, and I can understand that, so I'm sorry if it's too poor of quality. I am looking at investing in a mic, especially since the videos have been blowing up, so thank you guys so much for that support. And yeah, we're going to continue walking right here. We might even altogether avoid the Giga Bomb, which would always be really nice, so we'll kind of see about that. But Baby Dragon's going to really help this funnel, and now we can start our Sui just to not be really late with it. Warden's doing really well. Furnace comes out now. Gonna poison where maybe I can get a... okay, there's another freeze. Maybe not utilized incredibly well, but I wanted to make sure I got the ricochet cannon so my king could get a little deeper. He is kind of getting wrecked, but we got to get the druids in soon, because you really don't want to either pay attention to the druids too long that you lose your warden, or forget to put them down, or get the clan castle troops. So you got to be a little bit almost early with the druids most of the time. But we are looking phenomenal right here. Queen ability probably will go off soon. Why are they on the Phoenix? And then she'll get the Town Hall. So all that's left is this one compartment. I'm going to Quake Royal Champion. And for, you might think that was a very little fireball. And Flinger only got a couple buildings. But this base is absolutely overkilled. So you see the Druids keeping the Queen tip-top health. And I really like that personally. I also have like a million spells swagged right here. I want to see how many really I can swag. But, Royal Champion's going to die right there. That's unfortunate. Warden's still alive. Queen's going to get the whole core. I might just invis because, yeah, I don't want to risk not tripling this base. But Queen's going to roll around the outside. And we got 5 Rocketloons and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 spell space. So really OP triple on the first one. And let's keep it rolling. I don't have a milkshake or anything today, unfortunately. But yeah, I know you guys like that energy. So I'm going to try to bring something similar in most videos. All right, so we get into, this is Destro, actually, Nigerian Prince. And he hit me today on one of his other accounts. So hopefully I can get some revenge right here. This one's a little different. There's not as much Flame Flinger value. You can only get a multi-archer tower, so that's actually not that good. I don't even know if I want to take that. I might be more likely to go get this multi or a gear tower instead. And as far as the fireball goes, there's nothing really crazy on this base. I think I might just go in for the air defense. Maybe honestly, yeah, I feel like even... Okay, 1 sec though. I need to set up this Flame Flinger not to be too slow. I wouldn't really mind... Please tell me that's out of range. Okay, good. Going in for just the Ricochet Cannon, but... Okay, I'm going to go for that. And I think I've decided I want to go left with my Warden. I wasn't so sure about that. I actually thought I wanted him to go right just because the Spitter's here and that's a little tough. But at the same time, I don't like the value that I could get really anywhere else. I got to Invis as he's on the run. And the Spitter is just going to be a little annoying here. So that's why this is a little bit of a weird base. Don't know if I've really approached it like this often, but I want to get the Gear Tower down. And as soon as the Gear Tower is down, I'm very comfortable sending my Sui into here, even though the Giga Bomb, Crusher Mortar, I'll probably freeze the Crusher Mortar Town Hall, and I'll be looking pretty good. I'm going to start, okay, clearing up that side, but I guess not. Baby Dragon's a little tough to have used. It's a pretty good funneling piece for me, so I need to use something else right here. We haven't got the Gear Tower yet, but I don't want this Spitter to kill my healers, so I am going to go in right here. Should be a nice entry. Good funnel established, and like I said, the Sui will be pretty good. There is the Clan Castle, a lot of damage, and I got to keep a little bit of an eye on the Warden here as well, so it's going to be a little tough for a bit. No Furnace coming out, though. King ability, really, can I get the Crusher Mortar? Nice, that's actually perfect. Okay, that's really good for me. Warden is still doing well. Druids can almost start going in. I'll put one in, and then I'm getting ready with the second. There it is. Just don't want to be too slow and lose my Warden or anything. I'm going to pop that. King's doing really good. Maybe the Druids were even a little early because, yeah, they're kind of healing a full health Queen for most of this, but they're keeping her tip-top through this section again, which is never too bad. I'm glad the King didn't pull the Warden because that would have been a little tragic, but Warden is moving in right here. Gonna freeze, gonna rage because he has a pretty hefty section to get through, and same as the last one, there's not a whole lot left. My Royal Champion is in charge of a little bit of a section, and she's very quick, so I like her to get through this section really quickly. I'm actually going to invis my Queen because there's a lot of value in this core, and I don't really need to get much else. So I'm going to invis for the Queen, freeze for the Royal Champion, and this base should be gone. I think we did a really good job handling this base for, I think I haven't used Rocketloons in a bit. I've been using that Catalyst army, so it is just tough. When you're using different armies, you kind of dissect bases differently, so I wasn't sure how I approached this pretty classic base, but that approach was actually phenomenal. As long as your Warden stays alive, that Flame Flinger set up a better funnel than my Siege Barracks ever could. Okay, next attack, and this is, I think, from Igor's subscription. I've hit this base a number of times in friendly challenges, so I do got to lock in and make sure I don't fail it, but I do have a nice way of approaching it. It involves sniping out this mortar and getting a nice Flame Flinger in from the top. So I'm going to keep a little bit of an eye on my Warden's health, but mostly just trusting that he'll be good in there. Checking, yep, that tile's safe, so I'll drop that in. And because the Expo is 1 tile away from the multi-archer tower, you're actually safe to go in there. And this is just a multi-archer tower you can tank like this. Don't need to use any spells. So yeah, that's going to go down really nicely. And then I'll just check on my Flinger. It should be good. I don't think there's ever any Skellies over there. But we just get down a multi-arch and a multi-inferno, which isn't anything incredible, but it's decent value. And I'll always take decent value with a Flame Flinger, so... Right here, Warden's walking, and once this goes down, he actually is walking a little bit more to the right than he usually does, but I want to funnel him in if I can. This wizard hopefully can do that. I want the Baby Dragon to funnel my heroes. It's a little bit more powerful. That did well. So my Warden will step up to the Builder Hut, and then I should be good to Fireball. Yeah, that's a good spot for him to be. I'll go 1, 2, 3. He launches to the core. We get the other the other Ricochet Cannon as well. And we're looking good. So the super minions are already out, which maybe is a little early, but they are shooting the... Oh, I thought it was the Crusher Mortar, which would have been nice. Not quite. I'm not that lucky. But on this one, I am looking at maybe... Okay, that's really good. I think Warden's going to go to this right side. And if my Sui can just go get the Monolith, going to send in a couple Rocket Balloons to try to tank, make sure my Ice Golem can get in deep right there. It'll do well. Going to use 4 balloons to pull the Warden. Looks like he's already that direction anyway, but... I need to be safe. I need him to Tank right there. I'll probably pop the ability. Okay, he was on the move. That's why he was so weak, but he's fine, right? I'll invis because that was getting a little too close, but I think he should have been fine right there. Going to send in a couple minions to help out here. But yeah, Warden probably will be raged on this back end. There's the Druids to go in. Somehow the wall break did fail, to be honest. But yeah, Warden and Royal Champion will clear up this top side, which is kind of all that's left. And we should triple. I'm going to rage the Royal Champion because she has the Crusher Mortar, which is a decent section to get through, versus just what the Warden has to get through, because Crusher Mortar, Multi-Arch, those are crucial to triple. So I wanted to make sure that that went down. But yeah, we are looking really good right here. So I can always freeze the Town Hall if I need, but I don't think I do. Warden is doing well. Queen's in the core. The only thing I'm worried about now is time, because there's actually, it's taking me a little bit to get through this. So I'm going to really burst down this side. No, I missed the freeze right there, and then I kind of swagged one right there. But we should still be really good because I did do a good job on this base. So the Flinger, once again, even when you don't get insane value, I'll poison because someone will donate to me and I don't want to waste any time. Even when you don't get too much value, obviously that was decent, but it just saves time because that's, you know, buildings that don't need to go down at the end of the attack. So another good triple, and so far we're doing really well, especially with time. Okay, next attack is, I don't think a base I've seen before. I could set up a Flinger for a Gear Tower, Ricochet Cannon at the top. There's also a little bit of value on the flank there. I don't want to go into the Town Hall, but there is some nice Fireball value there. Okay. Okay, this is a little interesting, not gonna lie. I think I've got a good idea here. The Town Hall might be a little scary, but I do want to stick behind the Spitters with my Warden, so I'm not going to Fireball the Town Hall. I think I'm looking more at... okay, make sure this is out of range. I am looking a little bit more at maybe Fireballing the Spitter, which will get the Clan Castle, but I don't know if I can fully Quake the Multi-Archer Tower, or maybe I can try and push the Builder Hut, which would, if I take down this, that might work a little bit better. But if I get the Builder Hut, that will get the Crusher Mortar as well. Not the Mono, but the Crusher Mortar. So that's just a little bit better. So I might do that. Going to funnel out up top right here. Warden's fine through a Scatter and Expo. I might need a Freeze depending how long it takes him, but I think he's full health actually, so he should be good. And yeah, actually at this point, this should just be a double invis, which is actually crazy. That I thought that'd be a really hard Fireball to hit, but that's actually not that hard at all. So I'm going to go 1, 2. We launch that. We hit that. Yeah, don't get anything else. So I'll just Quake that. Pretty good value. I think I would rather my Warden go... I don't want him to go down because there is the Sweepers there, which will actually make it really tough for him. So I'm just going to let him go up since he's naturally going that way. And it will be a little tough with the Minion Prince coming out soon, but I can just poison it because... Oh, please one-shot the Royal Champion and stay up. Okay. Where's he going? Okay, he is going up. I'm going to Rage right here, going into the Monolith. Is he fine? Yeah, he is. I got to start my Sui, though. So I'm going in with that right there. Got to keep an eye on my Warden still, though. Okay, there's the poison, like I said. Oof, that was a little slow. I didn't need the invis, but I was a little worried. And you always want to be safe rather than sorry, so definitely didn't need that, but I was a little worried. King ability right there is really nice. There's the Druids. Going to Rage up, actually, because the Queen, Druids, and Rage do really well. So I'm going to invis right there with the Queen ability. She's doing really well. Headhunters are doing good. There's not a whole lot of base left now, but this 3 o'clock compartment's going to have a lot. Especially this Fire Spitter is going to be a little bit of a pain, so I got to make sure my Warden doesn't die to that King. Okay, King's dead, which is good. I really like the Druids, though, going in for this little bit of a longer Sui. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm having a really good time with this, especially the results have really been there today. Like, look at this Sui just going really deep into the base. And, yeah, we're going to be good for another 3 stars, so... I did find a way to manage to get, getting out of another wall breaker. I think I got rid of a couple more trash troops to be able to bring in 16 balloons still. But, if you get rid of those 4 or 2 druids, you get 4 more balloons. But in my opinion, I think these druids are actually helping a lot. So I'm sticking with them. And yeah, so far we're 4 for 4. Okay. Oh, I'm hitting Igor again. Interesting. This is really fun. Okay, there's a phenomenal Flame Flinger at the bottom, so I don't think I can avoid that. And it might be difficult to Fireball that Spitter, but I really want to. So I'll try my best to get my Warden into there, but this Flame Flinger is absolutely unbelievable. So I got to make sure I keep an eye on my Warden, but I'll start with that Archer, maybe a couple of those. Maybe one of these to check for any more Tesla. Okay, not too many. There might be skeleton spells, so keep an eye. But that flame flinger, I was going to fireball down there because that's a good fireball, but it's just as good of a flame flinger. So I'm going to do that and save my fireball for the core here. Warden is about to step up to a lot of damage, being in double Expo and Royal Champion. So I'm going to sneak in that Raged Up Headhunter, just one shot. We'll slow it down. Okay, didn't even get the one shot, but we're still fine. Nice. Warden is doing his job. I hope he goes down for the bottom Expo, so that's not shooting at me for too long and I can just get it out of the way. But I think Poison Tower is next. Okay, nice. So that's pretty good. I'll take down this air defense, then I think it'll make it pretty easy. Oh, I'm not going to get the air defense yet. Oh, never mind. I am. I'm tripping. What did I just put down? Oh, no, I wasted my Headhunter thinking they were minions. Okay, that's not good. I'm out of Headhunters, but how's the Flinger doing? It's still cooking for now. I want to test maybe a little deeper for Tesla because this is a phenomenal Flame Flinger. But taking this down, then I can set up my Fireball once this goes away. I'm going to go 1, 2, Ice Block because I should have done that earlier. Fireball. Okay, I was a little scared that I took too long. Should have Ice Blocked because I was going to invis the storage, and I should have just made that safe. But, oh shoot, there is Skellies on my Flinger. I want to get that Crusher really bad. I'm going to pull my Warden this way, and 4 balloons should really help on the multi-arch tower as well. Okay, please tell me we still get the Crusher. I don't know if I will now. I wish I'd paid more attention to that because I really wanted that to go down. Still, we got a good time for my Sui. And I think the super minions are, I'll try to funnel them in. They should go right for that, which looks good to me. Yeah, they will. So they'll help one-shot that, which is always nice. I'm going to get the Druids in so now I can look away from my Queen. I don't have any Headhunters because, like I said, I accidentally spammed them in, which is really tough. But now Queen's full HP rolling through this, which is awesome. I just got to pay attention through this gear tower, and then we should be pretty home free. Queen's doing really well on the core right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's Queen ability. 1, 2, just a couple more. Got to make sure my Warden's good. Okay, he's good. I'll freeze right there, and then same kind of thing as the last one. I'm going to go in with World Champion at this flank. Going to take down this air defense so my can really clean up right there. I don't know what to rage, though, because at this point... Oh, shoot, I should have invised earlier. Oh, good, I didn't lose my Queen yet. I'll rage my Warden because I want those healers to stay alive. We'll see if we can actually keep that. There's a good poison. I don't know how we're looking on this one, to be honest. We cycle right there, which is good for me, but the time is ticking, that's for sure. I got to hold this rocket balloon for pretty long. I got to freeze this to try and keep the giant alive. No, don't tell me we time fail, please. Okay, the bottom's looking like it's cleaning up. I got to go in on this storage. This is going to be the last building. Storage, come on, go down, go down. This is too close. I don't know if we get that storage. I think we should. Come on, drop balloon. Nice! Last second on Dark. That's huge. I can't be failing him. So I got to make sure I tell him about that one. Igor, I'm better than you. Okay, Psyduck I have definitely seen before, but don't think I know him. So far, we've been hitting a lot of people I know, which is actually just kind of fun. And, okay, now I got to decide where I want to fireball. The Crusher Mortar is not amazing. Like, this Clan Castle is pretty well protected from any insane fireball value. But, I really want to set up a Flinger, but I'm not sure if I see an amazing spot. I really don't think I do, which sucks. Okay, I'm going to set up my Warden from over here. I'm not going to lie, I don't really have a great plan, but I did see maybe fireballing the multi in the core. It doesn't even get the spitter. I wanted to set up good pathing. Maybe I'll fireball the multi-archer tower once I get over there just to take out the Queen and the poison compartment and really push my Warden up. I think I'll do that. And then in the same boat, if I'm doing that, I'll send Sui through mono. So do I see a good spot for a Flame Flinger to funnel me? Not really, to be honest. So this one, a little interesting. I think I should have frozen right there. That's a bit of a wasted rage. Yeah, I don't really see a good Flame Flinger. So I'm probably just going to wait and go in for a Siege Barracks to funnel me in. So this one's a little more interesting. Not really finding a good Flame Flinger can usually not be great. So we'll see what we can do here. But yeah, like I said, I'll go for this Invis. Just Fireball right there. Simple. We get down the poison compartment, get down the Queen, which is pretty nice. And it sets up some decent pathing for my Warden to go around. There is the Ricochet Cannon in the core, but not terrible. So that's decent. There's a lot of damage by that gear tower, so I got to be a little careful. But Warden's doing pretty good. I kind of want to keep a little bit of an eye on him as he gets through this section especially. But, okay, I think a Wizard right here is good because then I can really separate my Flame Flinger or my Siege Barracks to the bottom and my heroes into the mono. But right here, Warden is kind of going into the core, which is sketchy. I might pull him out there. I got to keep a good eye on him now because, oh, I think I put the Ice Golem a little too early. Okay, I thought Miles was just going to kill it. But I don't want my Warden to be taking damage from Town Hall and Ricochet Cannon, and he might doing that, which would be bad. How is the Frosty being targeted? Frosty goes down. That's a little tough. He's a nice pet, I think, to have. So, oh, I got to freeze right here and keep my Queen alive. I'll get the Druids in. So they're going to really keep her topped off right here. And I don't know how much I like this approach, but I didn't really think of too much, to be honest with you, before I started this one. So King ability is going to be forced right there. It didn't quite open the Crusher Mortar, so I'm going to try to get in a little deeper and maybe do that. Holy rocket balloons, though. I'm going to freeze right there. How's Warden doing? Okay, he's going to definitely need some support soon. Invis right there, namely on the Gear Tower. We're still alive. Queen ability now. Okay, I got to get my World Champion in soon. I'm going to get her into this compartment. I think there's too much in the core, to be honest with you. World Champion ability right there. It's a heavy core, but I don't know because Invis right there. No, I lost my Warden. His healers were dying. I think we're going to time fail this one now. Yeah, I didn't really like the approach I did on this one. I just didn't really think of much, to be honest, before I went in, which is not great. I had plenty of time, and I just didn't have a good approach. It's a weird base, so yeah, I didn't really... This is why you want to run not the most popular bases, even if they're working, because I've never seen this base. Couldn't really come up with anything amazing. I think my biggest problem was I wasted a Rage right there, because a Rage on the Sui would have been really nice to get through the mono, and then, yeah, obviously I lost my Warden, but I think if I had a Rage right there to get through more, and then my Warden stayed alive, I think I'm tripling that one, but still, this is why you like those weird bases. Okay, Rage Invis Core, you know we love these with our Fireball armies. I want to hit this Spitter because, I'd get the Clan Castle, but I don't know if I can really Quake all of that. I don't really want to. Okay, I might go for the Spitter on this side, and then just get the whole core, leave the Clan Castle up. I can't really get in for all that value, and I don't want to risk it. The only problem, man, I'm really struggling on this one too, because there's a really good Flame Flinger down here where I was going to Fireball, where I was going to Warden Walk, but I'll try to set this up. I want to get the Ricochet Cannon. I don't know if it's lined up properly though, but I want to go in Fireball the Spitters. To be honest, anything in the core would be decent, but yeah, I'd want to get the Spitter if I have a choice. I am going to Rage here because it's more than just the Ricochet Cannon Expo, it's 2 Expos. I also will need to freeze right here, sneak in a Headhunter so the Ricochet Cannon can't bounce off onto me, which is good. Don't like seeing those skeletons though, because that's going to take me a bit to get through, which is a little unfortunate. Flinger is still good for now, but my Rage is about to run out, and I think I'll go with an Invis because I think 3 is enough right here. Warden's good. Flinger's doing well, that's good. And then yeah, once this Expo goes down, honestly I got double Invis for the Multi-Inferno. I'll miss the other Spitter, but that's still an easy Fireball. I'll actually just wait till I hit this gold storage and don't have to use any Ice Block. Maybe I should have invested another Invis to make sure I get the other Spitter, because then I could have hit this Spitter, but in my opinion, not that crazy worth it. I'm going to take this down, and then yeah, make sure my Warden goes this direction. Don't think I'll need an Invis or anything because the balloons will tank the Multi-Arch Tower in a second. Nice, will be good. And then I could start my Sui fairly shortly. Okay. Oh, Wall Break right here. I'll Poison right there. And then incoming should be whatever else in the Clan Castle. I'm going to try to take out this Wizard Tower a little bit earlier. No way, that's on my healers. I'm going to Ice Block right here to keep them alive. I think they stay up now, but just to keep it a little bit easier. I don't like these Ice Golems coming out at this time. That's pretty good for him. But I popped the King ability since it was on the Crusher Mortar, so I could get that down nicely. And my Sui's rolling through this one really good, as it should. I mean, this is a base I should triple every time routinely. Doesn't mean I, can drop focus on it, but it means I'd be a little disappointed if I didn't get it. World Champion's going to be going into a lot of Teslas. Maybe I could have tried to spear some higher value, but going to pop the Queen ability, make sure we get this triple. Warden is kind of in some trouble. Looks like that goes down though, which is nice. Okay, Warden does go down. That's not great, but World Champion will finish off this base because that was a really good Flame Flinger, so I intentionally Warden charged a different section to set up that Flame Flinger, because if I had charged from down here to hit the Spitter, or like charged from over here, I wouldn't have been able to Flinger there because it would have been right next to my Warden. I'd have to invis the buildings the Flinger was on, and it would get all wonky. So we set that up nicely, got a triple, and let's get in the final hit now. Okay, last hit of the day, and it's going to be Votin on a double Rage base. And once again, I see a nice flinger just straight from 3 o'clock, getting these 3 buildings right there, which is really nice. I'll try to fireball this Rage Tower and go around, and then I will just be going into the Crusher Mortar, which is not that bad. And I think this approach is pretty good, so let's just get right into it. Warden's in right there at the bottom. Gonna take out these mortars. Maybe I'll test for some skeleton traps. I bet you there is some a little deeper that I can't test for, and he's planned for that. But right here, am I gonna need... I'll take this down to be safe. I didn't know if I needed it down, but I'd rather be safe, and then it'll just be a double invis, which is really good value always when you get a pretty simple fireball for that high of value. So 1, 2, did I miss the expo? Doesn't really matter anyway. We land our fireball. 2 quakes, same thing. Could have maybe got away with 1, and then had 1 for, or just one-shotted the ricochet cannon, but rather be safe, just take it down. We got plenty on this base. Can we take down the queen? I don't think yet. That's a little unfortunate. Would have liked her down right there. But Flinger's cooking. And to be honest, this might be one where I could Sui the Spitter and the other half of the Rage Tower, and then just go with Royal Champion through these buildings when the Clan Castle is down already. I could see that being a nice strategy to help me avoid going right into Crusher Mortar and both Spitters. I think I might try that, actually. Gonna just chest for any more red mines or anything. I want to test the Spitter, but I don't want to pull any Clan Castle, so I'm just going to continue to wait. And I think I'm going to do just that. So I'm going to go Baby Dragon here. Teslas are going down really nicely. This Flinger is going absolutely crazy, as I kind of expected. No way that goes down. Oh, wait, set one up there. I want to funnel this out for free, but... okay, there we go. Warden should be safe, right? Yeah, there's nothing really a risk on this side, so I can kind of look away for a long period of time. And my Sui's doing amazing. I'm just going to take down these Tesla, really keep him away from these raged up ricochet cannons. Okay, I don't want my Warden actually going too far to the minion prince, so I'll pull him back. Good thing I pulled right there. He probably would have continued around. King ability, amazing through the Rage Tower as always. You'd love to set that up. I think I should have went with like 1 Druid and then another, kind of, what do you call that? Like, I don't know, 1 and then 1 alternating or whatever, instead of just both at once. But it kind of is what it is. I don't want to put too much pressure on being so surgical and maybe messing something up. So there's a really nice Royal Champion ability to go get the Crusher Mortar. I'm just going to invis the Queens as they're through a lot of damage. And like I said, the Royal Champion through that section is a lot better than my heroes through there. And this base is absolutely slammed. So this will be 309, which is a really good day. I mean, I did fail on a base. Hadn't seen it before. A little weird, but... still could have done a lot of things better and actually been a 320. So amazing day with Fireball Rocketloons, and only a little bit worse than what I'd ever done with the Catalyst army, which was 312. But we've swagged a lot, and it could have been an easier, better day. So still a very controlled army. Still better in my opinion, just not as easy as the other army. And yeah, that's going to be 309. Really appreciate you guys supporting me recently. And yeah, love the growth. So this is all you guys. This is what I do for you. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.